Hi everyone, Kim here with Sunshine Creations and Crafts. I'm doing a project for the Just-A-Scrappin design team that I'm on, and the weekly challenge this week is to do a pop-up card. Now I went through the Cricut Design Space software and also the Silhouette library, and I found this really cute one that I want to give it a try. So I'm going to click on my library and I'm going to double click on the card image. Now as you can see, all the images are on one mat, which is not going to work because you want the different images to be different colors. A couple things you can do here. You can come down, you can go up there and you can create a file new, and it'll give you a second mat. And you want to ungroup everything by clicking on the whole thing, right clicking and doing ungroup. So you can click on each image and say right click, copy. You go on to that new mat and you can do paste so that you have, an image there, and so on and so forth. Go back to the first mat. Actually it should have been cut and paste, but I think you get the idea. So you can do two mats, or what is really cool about this, I'm actually going to close out that second mat. I don't need it. You can take each image and move it off the mat, and the Silhouette will cut only that image that is on the mat. So that's what we're going to do. What you have here is you have part of the insert, the boo word, another couple of the images that are going to be on the card, and then you have the card base, and then you have the card insert. Now that moved because I had it ungrouped, so hopefully I didn't mess that up. So we're going to group that back by clicking on the left corner, bringing it down, right clicking and grouping it back. All right, now this card image defaults as 5.58 wide by 6.843 in the length. Now I want it to be an A2 size card, so it's close, but if I fold this over at this line right here, it's going to make it like a 3-inch card, and I don't want to do that. So I clicked on the image. I'm going to come over to the open scale window, click on that, and I'm going to unlock it so that I can alter the image the way I want it. I have to make sure that it's clicked on the image, and I'm going to make it a 5.5 and an 8.50, which is 4 1/4 doubled over. So in this way it'll be the right size card. Okay, so when I go to my craft table to show you how that worked out. Now you want to go ahead and do that with all the other images. So let's go to the card base and move that on the mat, and I want it the same size. I'm going to click on the image and I'm going to make it 5.50 by 8.50. And that gives me that A2 size card base. So I would move off, cut it then and move that off the mat. I'm going to move my other card, my insert over there. Got a little overzealous there. Okay, so I'm going to move that over just to keep it within the picture. All right, so then you have an insert, your boo, and some couple of other images. Now, what's tricky here is you have to make sure that they're all proportionate. Now, this is how I did it. I'm sure there's another way. Like I said, if you could help me with that, that'd be great. So I have this image here, which I'm going to put a piece of white cardstock up in my left corner. I have the boo image, which I'm going to use some black glitter cardstock. This is part of the inside of the card. And then this is the ghost with his eyes. Now, for this one here, I needed to ungroup this because I didn't want the eyes to be white. I'm cutting the ghost out in white. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight that, click on the right click it and do ungroup so that I can take his eyes highlight it again so I can move the whole thing together. And I'm going to do it in black glitter as well, cardstock. So I've got white. I'm going to do some design paper for this image, and I'm going to do white for this. Now I have to make sure that this image here is the same size as this here. So what I did was I moved it on top of this card here, and I just resized it. See how I can stretch it out and move it in and move it all around as long as I'm clicking on it, just so that it matched up. I'm not going to continue doing this because I think you get the idea. So let's go ahead and move this guy back over here, and that's what we'll cut out on my virtual mat. I'm so sorry I keep doing that. Again, I put white cardstock, designer paper cardstock, white cardstock, and a black glitter paper. So let's go to the craft table and I'll show you how everything cut out. Alright, so here's all the images that I cut out, and I forgot to mention that I did resize the ghost and the other images to fit with the insert of the card. Now, the first thing I want to do is, you've got this extra piece here, and I want to bring it onto my little Martha Stewart score board, and I want to put a score line right here. Oh, I got it. Man, it's a Monday, people. I want to go ahead and try to get it lined up here. I don't know if I'm on a actual groove, but just to kind of give it so that it all folds up together. At first I wasn't sure why this second extra piece was cut, but I think it's just to reinforce it. Get that out of the way. Is what I think it's for, you know, instead of it being goes like that. So it's just like a reinforcement. So we're just going to go with that because I'm not really sure. But if you know, let me know what it is. And let's go ahead and glue this on. Now I just had a light bulb blow out right before I started the second part of this video on one of my lamps, so I hope it's not too dark. Alright, so that's going to go like that. And I will put the card base part on at the very end. Okay, that should be good. I like how these pre-cut cards work. I'm trying to get it so that it doesn't move down. It's going to be covered though, and I don't know if you guys can see what I'm doing. I'll try my hardest. Alright, then we're going to put this image down, and that's going to go about right there. Could have made that just a little bigger. And by all means, I still have a lot to learn about this silhouette. Now I resized the ghost so that it was the biggest image on the actual card. I think maybe that should have been going down instead of it. I think it's too late though. I think this has to go down instead of, oh, I'm just going to have to leave it. And so my ghost is going to go right here. Let's put his eyes on. And grab my tweezers. His nose. Now, if you have the Peachy Keen stamp sets, you could do his face. You could stamp his face instead of it doing, you know, exactly like the card. And then you can alter it. You can put little eyelashes up there if you want to do that. I'm just going to keep it the way it is. And it has it tilted over a little bit. Let's lay this flat. Another thing too, you can ink the edges or do a second layer or make it slightly bigger to shadow it in the back. There's a couple of ideas there. I'm going to put that boo right there. And then I have the little exclamation mark. Isn't this a cute card? I mean, the design of it, it's very cute. Okay, now I want to put, this is from last year, I believe it is. Pulling out the paper. It's from Doodlebug Designs, and I didn't save the whole thing, but it's Haunted something. Haunted Manor. And I loved this part of it. So I'm going to put this on the outside. Line it up. I don't want the white part of the card showing on that side. Now I have all kinds of ideas that I want to use for the front of the card. So I'm going to go, you know, off camera and play around with that a little bit. And I definitely did something wrong here. I'll lift this up a minute, because I think it should have been, the images should have been down here. I'm looking at the picture. No, it's not. I just made my ghost too big, is what I did. Okay, so now we know. You know, I hate posting videos like this where I make mistakes, but I think it's a learning thing for me. And when I do make these mistakes, hopefully when you go to make the card yourself, then you'll go, oh, I make sure I don't make that ghost too big. But that's what I did. That's why the ghost is sticking out, because it, as far as the pop-up function of the card, it's right. It's just this guy right here. I'm going to go ahead and resize this, and hopefully I can get this apart. And I'll put a picture of the finished product at the end of the video. All right, thanks so much for watching.